Yes, people, welcome to another edition of Sarcasm City TV presents the ManDem United Podcast, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, also joined by my fellow co-host JV. JV, I think I can speak for you when I say that you're also ecstatic like I am. You get what I'm saying? Look at the big grin I got on my face, you feel me? Look at the big grin, you get me? Look at the big grin. Yo, what a performance and what a result. 5-0 against Leipzig. Nobody seen this coming. Nobody. I seen even the most optimistic Manchester United fans were talking about, predicted that result. Nobody. Yo, what can I say? Like, JV, give us your thoughts on it.
Brother, you know what? Yeah, this is why this Oli guy is he baffles me though.
Go on.
I don't get it. I don't understand, fam. You get me? I don't get it. Man goes with the next formation. He's not played all season, yeah? Next formation is not played all season. Bruno and Rashford not in the starting lineup. Do you get what I mean? No tellers, but that's due to injury and things like that or whatever.
It was COVID. He's got corona.
Yeah, corona and that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Available.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, when I first seen the lineup, I was like, what? I was like, what is it? Did you get what I'm saying? It's like, is it a diamond? Is it this? Is it that? You know what I think he done?
Go on.
For me, if you really look at that formation, it's just mimicked France. And I think he's realised that's how I'm gonna have to get the best out of Pogba. He's got it where it's, I won't say not free flowing, but like, you've got an area to patrol rather than a position. Do you get where I'm coming from?
I get what you're saying, and we're still ecstatic. Salute to everybody in the comments. If you are watching this live right now, it's imperative. It's vitally important. Please hit the like button. You hear me? Absolutely imperative. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, share it across all your socials, and subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell. Also, when you subscribe, like I say, ManDem United Podcast, we go live every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. talking all things Manchester United. Prime here says, shout out to Prime. He says, Flawless and JV going to be all smiles during the show. It's going to be a great show. Salute to Prime every time. Shout out my Don Beans. He said, yes, ManDem, you good. Great performance. This Ollie was spot on last night. Perfect subs. We're going to give Ollie his flowers. I gave him his flowers online straight after the game. And when I did the recap with Aaron, like, you get what I'm saying? And I'm going to give him more flowers on this show. Shout out Saeed United Central. He says, big up the man and make sure you like the video and share. Big up. Ahmed says, yes, lads, how are we? Ahmed, you are now a moderator. You know what I'm saying? You are now a mod on here. So do the moderating duties. You get what I'm saying? Appreciate that.
Ahmed, how are you? How are you, Ahmed?
How are you? That's a great question. You should be ecstatic. Number one, Manchester United just won 5-0. And two, you became a mod. There you go. 2 great victories for you in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Faris says, my guys, Ollie Juice, good vibes, FC, inject it. I am buzzing. Salute to you each and every time. Faris. Azteca says, hey, don't know. Ahmed also said, I don't get it.
I don't get
it. Yo, salute to Faris. Man says, anyways, I'm in my Zoom class. Just wanted to say bye to you, man, and make sure your blessed notifications are on in it. Salute to you, Faris. Also, people smash the like. Let's get the numbers up, says Ahmed. Yes, you are a mod. Did someone say moderator? Yeah, I did say that, Lincoln. You're a moderator also for the terrace as well, I do believe. Bear in mind, this is all new to me, people, this moderator thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been asking others what it is and what they're supposed to do. Azteca says, can we talk about that Fred and Mike pairing? And big up everyone watching, says Lincoln. And Ahmed also says, send the link to your brothers, sisters, mom, and dad. Yes, send the link to everybody who is a Manchester United fan and everybody that is a football fan. We appreciate it. But where do we start? Let's give Ollie his flowers. He got the lineup correct.
Start with the lineup. Start with that.
He got the lineup correct. I said I didn't want to see Bruno in the team. Remember that? That wasn't because I wasn't saying Bruno's not good enough. That's because you need to rest him. And you see the impact he had when he came on. But we're going to get to that.
All right, well, quick one. When it first came out, what was your initial reaction, fam?
When I first came out, I was very happy about it. I was just praying it wasn't a 4-2-3-1 because BT, when they showing it on the screen, they had it as a 4-2-3-1. Everybody on social media had it as a diamond. But I thought, everyone had it as a diamond. I'm just praying within my heart of hearts, that it's not a 4-2-3-1. He got it spot on. I prefer to see the back three. Obviously, goalkeeper's calm. De Gea has been on form, played well this season. The back four, we have to give the defense credit. This was the defense 2 weeks ago. Everybody was giving so much stick to. Give them defenders credit. Do I believe Lindelof's good enough? No. But the past 4 games, Lindelof has been on job. Do I believe Shaw's good enough? Last 4 games, defensively, Shaw's been good enough. Wan-Bissaka's just Wan-Bissaka. He's just returned to the form where we know we can get. Maguire, a man who I said needed a break. Clearly, we was wrong. Like, he was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been on point 3 of the last 4 games. Give them defenders and that defensive approach props, because Leipzig offered nothing. Leipzig did not create one clear-cut chance. Even when it was 1-0 and I'm watching the game and Leipzig were dominating the ball more in the first half, not at one point did I think Leipzig were going to score. I was like, these are the man that everyone's saying. I'm like, are they missing players? Like, what's going on?
Do you know what it is, bro?
Go on. What do you think it was going?
I'm just saying I don't even know what I think it was, but their most lively player for me was actually Upamecano. His passing, bro. Like, this, like, don't get me wrong, and we'll get onto this in a minute with him and Rashford, but in the early bits of the game, he was spraying out passes.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, I'm thinking I knew he was big, but sometimes when you see him against players who height and size, he's even big. He's a beast,
He's an absolute unit. We're gonna get to Rashford roasting him, but he's an absolute unit. He's an absolute unit.
He's like, regardless of this result, he will still be a superstar. Let's not get this twisted. I'm not one of these people out there who's like, so and so done him, so he's done. No, he will be a superstar. You look at every big player's early career, someone's roasted him at some point in it. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, he's an absolute superstar, but it's not about them, man, today. You get what I'm saying? It's not about them, bro.
Not in the slightest. Is it about them, man? Is it about them, man, today? I just want to give the defense props, because obviously when you score 5 goals and an attacker comes on and scores that hat-trick, obviously they're gonna get the plaudits. But defensively, the back four, the goalkeeper, spot on, no doubt about it. But hey, let's give Fred his props. Let's give Fred and Matic actually. Let's give Matic his props, because everyone was like, why is Matic starting? And I've said this before and I'll say this again. When you play Matic 4 or 5 games in a row, that's when you see his deficiencies. Is Matic good enough? He's seasoned enough to come in and do a job in a game like that. And he went about his job quietly. He added defensive protection. That's all we want from Matic. Come in occasionally. Like, now he won't play against Arsenal. The issue would be if he played against Arsenal, then he played against Everton. But it's like, no, he probably won't play. McTominay will come in. Matic came in, did his job. Fred, I've waxed lyrical about Fred so many times. How many times this guy wins the ball back is ridiculous. He won the ball back for Greenwood, the first goal. He won the ball back for the 3rd goal, if I'm correct. He passed the ball to Bruno for the 2nd goal. If I remember correctly, he's involved. And when you have Matic just shielding, you see this. Now Fred's going to get his plaudits because they gave him his plaudits on TV. Fred's been doing this. Yes, in the first half, he gave the ball away a few times. And I got frustrated, but I don't mind that because he's trying to play on the front foot. Winning the ball back is so key in football because ball retention is very important. And the ability to win the ball back. When you have someone like Fred who wins the ball back constantly. So Fred and Matic, quality. Pogba shown what Pogba does. But I'm going to give Pogba his defensive credit because we know what he can do going forward defensively. That pass for Greenwood, incredible. That pass for Greenwood, how many times do we see that pass get overhit or underhit? Drove forward, boom, played it down the side. Go on, JV. I'm going to get to the comments in a sec. Go on, give us your thoughts on Matic, Fred, and Pogba.
See, the reason I think this works so well is because of the balance. Yeah? The balance in which that midfield had. And if we really look at it now, we've been screaming, we need a right winger, we need a right winger, we need a right winger. But if you look at our 2 best performances so far this season, yeah, it's in formations without wingers. PSG,
You know what? You've been calling for that. Sorry, I'm just giving you your flowers because you've been calling for this wingerless thing. I'm not a fan because my preference is wide, and that's just me. That's just what I prefer to see. But I suppose you have to work with what you've got. Go on, continue.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's with what we've got. And one thing as well, because obviously we'll get to the Rashford thing in a moment, but I think we were most effective, because our most effective players were central to the goal. So the players who were most effective on that night are explosive players. Yeah. There's no point in having an explosive Paul Pogba in front of his own defenders.
Yes.
There's no point. There's no point in having an explosive Rashford on the line, like not on the wing, on the byline. It makes no sense having him actually so wide he's on the line, because unless he does some really explosive stuff and it pulls off every time, when you're central and you do something explosive, as you've seen with all three of his goals, it's resulted in a goal or a chance. And I think that's something they've got to now consider. Like the 4-2-3-1 might have to just go on the back burner now, because
it's got to die. It's got to die. Yeah, that's got to be in the casket next to Leipzig. Come on now.
Yeah, it's literally like the most laboured formation we have. It's not an up and go get them formation, is it? It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not a proactive formation. The 3-5-2 is very proactive, or whatever you want to say it was. The mystery formation last night, I'm calling it a mystery. It was a diamond, but it was so fluid. And do you get what I'm saying? Like, that is a lot more effective, because now, if you really deep it with that formation, we could play. And I know people might not like this, but if you take Matic out of there and put in Bruno and swap and make Fred the deep lying player, you've literally got Bruno, Van der Beek and Pogba all on the pitch at the same time. And I think that would work in that formation. Because when one goes, the other will drop. And it's just as simple as that. Whoever it is, out of those three, they can all rotate the 10 at once. And they can all do the 8.
It gives you options.
Exactly. And it's with the responsibility. It's with less responsibility, because you know you've got 2 guys next to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of Donny for me is kind of in the central midfield. He reminded me a bit of Scholes, and I'm not even saying by his passing, but when you give him the ball and everything was just dead tight, and he would just turn a man, pop it off, get it back. You know what I'm saying? The man would just keep it flowing. Man kept the midfield flowing like water. You get what I'm saying? Just popping it off, getting it back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, we've needed this for a long time, and I think the modern game is one.
Is he frozen?
No, I'm here, fam. I'm here, fam. You froze.
I froze, I think. That's on my end. I think that's me. Did I freeze?
Yeah, I think it was you, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was me. Nah, keep going anyway. But I get what you're saying about that. Just
gonna get the modern game.
Yeah, go on.
The modern game. All I'm saying is the modern game is one in the midfield, isn't it?
True. True. It's vitally important.
So I just think that it's one of them now, isn't it? It's gonna have to be a question of, do we drop this whole winger thing? Like, just drop it, fam. Like, you've got.
I hear you.
You've got Tellez on the left. You've got Wan-Bissaka on the right. He's not the best attacking, but in terms of getting up and down, he can do that job. Do you get what I'm saying?
And you have Williams and things like that. So I get what you're saying. Just gonna get to some of the comments before we talk, obviously, about the attacking players. Before we talk about, but yeah, actually, yeah. Go on, talk about. Yeah, let's go on to it. Talk about Rashford, Greenwood.
Yeah, so this is where I'll start with Greenwood.
Go on.
I'll start with Greenwood, and I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, that pass from Pogba was out of this world.
Ridiculous.
In terms of the weight of the pass, everything. But you see, Greenwood. This is what I've been telling man for the longest. He's not a winger. And
I think we all know this.
This is why this formation now, needs to just carry on, because if you really deep it's 2 strikers, fam.
Yes.
We're gonna have 2. Like, all right then, if you count, let's say if we count Rashford as a striker now, we've got 4.
Yes, you got
strikers.
Greenwood, Martial, Cavani, Rashford. Yeah, they're the 4. No, I get what you're saying. I'm just going to get to some of the
explosive, fam.
Yes, definitely. Options reminds you back of, I'm not saying it's 99, but considering that's what the video's called, it's 99-esque with that 4 quality. Prime here says, oh, we're giving out mod status now. Yeah, Prime, you my guy. If you want to be a mod, I'm going to make you a mod.
Nah, no Chelsea fan mods. No Chelsea fan mods.
Ahmed says, United playing with my feelings more than my gal. Lincoln says, fam, when Rance himself is giving Ollie props, in capital letters, Ollie got it right. Salute to Rance each and every time. Ahmed says, it weren't a diamond, lads, more of a 4-2-3-1 narrow. There was 2 holding midfielders. Diamond is 1 holding midfielder. Valid point. But the thing I like about it, though, it was fluent. As Terko says, De Gea did incredible and kept that clean sheet. Very excited to see his pre-2018 form. Lauren Wood says, hi, salute to Lauren. What's going on? You good? Ahmed says, we slapped them up and taking their best player. Upamecano is on his way to OT. We're going to get into that. Azteca also says, Fred turned into prime Kante. Ahmed says, Fred, man of the effing. One sec, where we at? He says, Fred, wait one sec. Fred, man of the effing match, severely underrated. What a baller. I've been telling you about Fred. When you have players with his energy and his work rate who are effective with it, he's not just buzzing around, not doing anything, but we're going to get to that. Andy Mighty says here, question for you both. If Madrid or Barca want to pay 120 million for Fred and we have a chance to buy Sancho and Upamecano, would you accept or reject? See, the reason why I don't like these type of questions, because why not sign Sancho and Upamecano and keep Fred? To me, it's not one or the other.
That's like
there's no correlation. I get the question, but when I you get what I'm saying? That's just me. What's your thoughts on JB?
See, for me, that type of question, that would make more sense if man were like some sort of like, I don't know,
a lower team.
Like an Everton or someone like where we might have to sell to them, you know what I'm saying? Or Everton have got their sugar daddy thing, So, like, you get what I'm saying, though? If it was a lesser team who ain't got the resources to keep big players, for me, the goal's got to be to you got to keep your best players. You know what I'm saying? Fred is one of our best midfielders, whether people like that or not. Fred is one of our best midfielders. You get what I'm saying? Like, obviously, on the attacking side of the midfield, we got your Pogba, your Van der Beek, your Bruno. But if it's that other side of the midfield, I'd say Fred's the number 1. Don't get me wrong. Matic is very good and effective at doing what. See, this Matic, when used properly, is probably one of our most ultimate big game players. When when Matic is used properly and that is sparingly. You get what I'm saying?
And that's, sorry to cut you off, that's my point, is they're the type of players, he's the type of player with his experience and ability who can come in a one-off game. Now we ain't going to see him against Arsenal. But the problem was we would play him now, then he play against Arsenal, then he play against Everton, and then the game after, and then the game after, and then the game after, and then you see him dwindle. Indiana here says, yo, when can we have the Ollie in, Ollie out talk? We're going to have it, but the reason why I'm not is because I want to be wrong about Ollie. So I don't want to sit on here and be like, yo, I'm Ollie out, even though I'm still reserving judgment. Yes, we've had a great 4 games. No, 5 games. Is it 5 games? 5 games. Leipzig, Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea. Am I missing one?
No, it's 4, isn't it?
Yeah, 4. Yeah. I don't think I'm missing one. But yeah, it's been a great upturn in form. Shout out my young ads. He says, yes, lads, big up to my OGs, JV and Mr. Take Note. Make sure you lot go subscribe to ads. That's my young shooter right there, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Ahmed here says, Fred's game by numbers versus Leipzig, 72 total touches, 12 final third passes, 3 interceptions, 3 clearances, 2 tackles, 2 shots. Yeah, facts, he was. Lauren's got it right. She says 12 watching should be 12 likes. Big facts. Well, it's more than that now, so make sure you lot hit the like button right now. Ahmed says, you see what happens when you don't play Pogba as a centre-back. You lot got jokes. Fred, Nap says, Fred so vital. Fred so vital, no money can buy what we can create with Fred at the moment. Facts.
See this Fred praise now?
They're like inverted wingers. Yeah, go on.
This is what Fred was actually doing this time last season. So remember, because we were saying, apart from Rashford, when Rashford was carrying the team, it was Fred as well. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
Fred was.
He was, and then Bruno come in, and he was kind of like in and out of the team. Don't get me wrong, Fred's form will dip. Yeah, you know this, but you've got to kind of look at it now. Like Fred plays his best when he's given the correct tools around him.
Yes.
If you look at some of Fred's best games, Fred is actually a big game player. That away to Liverpool last season,
he was. You know what? I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm excited. He was phenomenal that game.
Exactly.
We were poor. He was phenomenal that game. Like the amount of times he won the ball back again and kept the ball ticking, and he always looks to play on the front foot, which I like about it. Sorry to cut you off because people say Fred's only good in the Champions League. Is he better? Yeah, PSG away. Both PSG games, he was great. Against Chelsea, he was good. You hear me? Yesterday, he was good. Well, great yesterday. So now I get what you're saying.
Well, here's the thing to that comment what you said, Fred's only good in the Champions League. If people understood football, you understand why it is. Fred is someone, he might be from Brazil, but he's predominantly played European football all his life. The next. So the Champions League Fred would have played how many Champions League games for Shakhtar? Because they're in there every season. Do you know what I mean? Shakhtar every season. Some seasons he even get out the group. So Fred's probably played in the past few years, maybe 30, now about 20 to 30 Champions League games, possibly, before he got to us. So of course he's going to look better in there because he's suited to European football. When it gets to the Premier League and teams are playing differently, and teams override the midfield in England more, which doesn't really happen in Europe. If you look at all European teams, they go through the midfield, don't they? If you look, teams tend to override the midfield, try and play over the top. You know what I'm saying? So someone like Fred would be out of place if he's not getting the ball enough. But when Fred's getting the ball enough in a match, he grows into a match. You give Fred the ball in the first minute and you keep playing through Fred. Fred will carry the team, carry that midfield.
He improved mightily, but you know how good this United performance was. We're 20 minutes into this video and we still haven't spoken about the man who scored a hat-trick off the bench, but we're gonna get to that. That's how good this performance was. Just trying to get to all the comments again. Hit the like button. The video, the numbers have just spiked up again. Hit that like button if you are here and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? ManDem United Podcast, hosted by JV and myself. Indiana says, why can't we be adaptable? I see no reason why all three formations can't work. Ollie, tactician, killed it in the fast. Ollie, tactician, killing it in the past few games. You know it. One thing I want to say to that last point, the latter point you made, Ollie has been. He's got it tactically spot on. The only thing he didn't do against Chelsea was he should have been more proactive in going for the win, but he's been spot on. Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea, and what's it called? Chelsea and it's the fourth, Leipzig. He's been spot on. Yes, definitely. Go on, fam.
This is why Ollie will get his haters though, because then people will look at this and then if I shown you the Chelsea game, with no dates on it or nothing, and then I shown you this game, you'd think one was at like the start of the season and one was at the end. Yeah. You didn't think they were literally days apart.
Yes. And that's the issue I always speak about with Ollie is one, consistency. Yes. And two, I say it all the time, he should be getting more out of these players. If they can perform like that, where's that been? If they have the ability to perform like that, where's that been? They have the ability to perform in the PSG game. Where's that been? The Newcastle game. So the ability of the players is there. So it's kind of like, we're going to get to as many comments as we can, people. Stefan says, Rashford against tired centre-backs is just unfair. LOL, they look shocked when he started dribbling. Facts, Rashford off the bench is a problem. Ahmed also says, Donny reminded me of Muller. He was key last night. I like Donny's movement. We're going to get to that. Omar Mali says, yes, lads. Yes, Ahmed and Mods, keep us updated on who's frozen and whose internet connection is bad, please. And obviously encourage people to like the video, share the video, etc. Stefan says he's 100% like Muller. I see that.
He's got more skill than Muller.
What I'm saying is his clever
movement.
Donny bellies his ears. I mean, bellies his years. You get what I'm saying? Like he's beyond his years in terms of his movement, and he's very clever. Everything's done with a purpose with him. That's what I've noticed the short times I've seen him. There's no wasted energy or wasted movement. Like even the way he retains the ball and moves. Omar Mali says, cannot wait for Saeed to go live. Biggest gallist ever. Use like a joker. Yes, I will be on United Central at 6 people. So make sure you clock in. Hey, Mods, Put the United Central link in the comments as well, people. I'll be live on there at 6. We stay working. Stefan says Greenwood looks like he's going to score every time he takes a shot. It's unbelievable with both feet as well.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about Greenwood. It just reminded me that pass, the pass from Pogba was excellent. But you see that finish,
quality
finish, like he's
quality.
Not, you know, that's you know what that is. You know what that finish is, bro.
Go on.
Seen do that a million times.
Go on.
Put it in everything. That's a Raul. That's a Raul.
That's a good. That's a good.
What I'm saying?
Continue. Yes.
He's not blasted it. He's not even like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a mad weird type of finesse. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just like boom. I'll shift it into that corner. Do you get what I mean? And that's who that finish. There's a goal I can see Raul doing it now. There's a goal that he scored, and it's exactly like that goal. And I've seen him do it many a times. The first time shot, and this is this is what I've always said about Greenwood. He is a master of first time shooting. I don't think I've seen anyone that young that good at first time shots. Do you get what I'm saying?
His finishing is ridiculous, and it's his calm composure, both feet, absolute. Like, if he misses that, nobody's like, yo, he should have scored that. That's an easy chance. Because at first, when he put it in, before I seen the replay, I thought, keep a mistake. How's he put it in from the angle and he's not just rasped it? You get what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's passed it, and then when you watch it back, you're like, no, he's placed that perfectly. Ahmed said, lads, put some respect with a K on the end on his name. It's Gunwood. Big facts. Indapal says, flawless and JV dishing out smoke. Yo, United dished out all the smoke in that. There we go. Who's you slow in the comments? Jokes and that. You lot are jokes and that. Flawless on that traffic center Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi in that. On that traffic center Wi-Fi. # free flawless. You lot are jokers and that. Michael Wonder says Fred is finally getting the praise he deserves. The praise he deserves from mainstream and others. I've been saying this about Fred. Ahmed also says to Lauren, Ollie always does this when his job's on the line. Let's hope he can continue. Let's hope consistency. Let's hope we can beat Arsenal. Daniel says Fred defo has 4 lungs. Facts. His energy is ridiculous. I never see this man tired. This man never looks tired.
Yes, actually. You know what? That's a good point. We never hear him getting praise for that. You know what I'm saying? He's tireless. And it's like, how many games do you see Fred start and he come off? Doesn't really come off when he starts. He might get put on in a match. No, come on as a sub, but you rarely see Fred come off unless he's like got an injury problem. Do you know what I mean? I can't really remember seeing Fred come off too many times. Do you get what I'm saying? Because with playing that type of shape, you need everyone to be mobile, and that was a very mobile. See Pogba on the left. That's France Pogba. That's where that's Juventus Pogba there because of the. Yes. That's exactly what it was. It's France Pogba, Juventus Pogba. He's never playing in them 2 teams there. In a 2, he's always in a 3. Put him in a 3, man. If we know this is where he plays good, just do it, innit? Do you know what I mean?
You play an attacking midfielder in an attacking position and he gets an assist and looks a threat. You know what I'm saying? Ahmed says, flawless. I want to see him against Arsenal, though. Give Fred a run of games and keep this formation. Consistency is needed. Why change a winning formula? Here's the thing with that. We have options. So it's like, if we see the same team, but Bruno came on, get what? Did he get 2 assists, I think? Yeah, Bruno got 2 assists. Rashford scored a hat-trick. But then the first team did well. This is what you want. Look at who we brought off the bench yesterday. Rashford, Bruno, Cavani, Axel, McTominay. They're the 5 players. Look at the first 4 names I just mentioned right there. Bruno, Rashford, Cavani, Axel with the 4 players. That is squad depth options. Shout out to my Don.
This is how I'll put it to you, yeah?
Go on.
Check how much of 6 squad depth that is. That's a centre-back, yeah? That's a attacking midfielder, yeah? Yeah. Arguably the best in his position. Arguably the best position in the team, one of the best. Rashford, winger, support striker, whatever. Arguably the best in that position in the team. And then a raw centre forward, Cavani. Arguably the best in that position in the team. So you're able to be in a game at that point where we 1-0 up when Rashford come on? Yeah, we were 1-0 up. So you're 1-0 up. You need to change the game. You're able to bring on a player of Rashford's ability. The game needs a bit more control. You bring on someone else. You bring on a Bruno. You get what I'm saying? You need to now out the game and potentially get a goal for Cavani. You bring on Axel to see it out, and then you bring on Cavani to do his bit. So when you look at what Ollie's done there in that game, this is why, and I'll keep saying it, this is why I have so much wrong to say about him sometimes, because sometimes there's times when I've seen him do it so right, and it's like, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you can't have like, all right, then them Crystal Palaces and all them games seem an age ago now, because the team's wrong so much since then. But it's like all of that can't have just been down to fatigue. He's made some wrong decisions, but then is this him? Is this him now showing us that he knew he made them wrong decisions and he's trying to better them, and he's trying to take? It looks as if he's taking a little bit more risks. Do you get what I mean? He's not being scared. For me, in those finger games, playing certain players, like just playing your best 11, what you think's your best 11, even though they're not fit, that's scared. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, that's no other ideas. Like, I'm just gonna run this 11 to run this 11, regardless of if players are in form, if players are fit, etc.
Here's the thing: he must have had ideas. Just one sec. He must have had ideas because since then he's come up with 2 brand new ways of playing. Since, do you get what I'm saying? So he must have, not brand new, because we've seen him do this formation, something like this again last season against Everton, but this one was a lot more fluid. It had more to it, like movement.
More idea. There was more idea. And now the reason why I was going to cut you off, I just wanted to shout out my boy Deviant. Shout out Deviant watching, and that's one of my G's right there. That's why I was shouting him out. That's all. Nat says Fred is only good when he has another defensive midfielder with him, i.e. Matic, accurate passing. Fred gives the ball away too much, but defending, he's amazing. What I will say is, yes, on the ball, in the first half especially, at times he frustrated me, because I remember 3 specific occasions where he gave the ball away, and I remember shouting at my TV, getting frustrated. But like JV mentioned before, he grows into games, and it's like, all right, can you come back from that? And he did well. Andy Mighty says Nat, but he made 4 goals yesterday, so he also helped attacking now, because he's good at playing the ball through. Transition is very important. Transition in football, from that first pass, if that's not correct, the rest of that don't happen. I know this from experience, obviously not playing as professional. I'm a holding midfielder. This is where I play. I play as a 6. My manager's always on my case about get my passing into the front players correct. You know what I mean? I'm pretty decent, I actually, in it. I ain't gonna lie in it. Let me bust my gun, you get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie in it. That's Beans. Beans is in the comment. Me and Beans play on the same team, so Beans.
Like Florzinho,
yeah. I wish, fam. I wish, but yeah, my man is that. I'm just saying all that to say this is vitally important. You get that right. Dangelo here says Manchester United. 1 second. He said, United are just vibes right now. We have to wait until mid-season. Remember, United are still 15th, lose or draw to Arsenal. It's peak for Ollie. And that point there that you're making is true. This is why I'm not getting carried away. I'm like, yes, great result so far the past 4 games, but we have to kick on and beat Arsenal. We have to beat Arsenal. We have to kick on.
What? We do. But I don't like the fact that man are just saying it's just vibes. That vibes just get us that fight. You can't beat a man 5-0 and it's the vibes just 5-0. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is why. No, after that game, I'm starting to think with Ollie, I'm like, do you just need to be a little bit more brave? Do you get what I'm saying?
Maybe.
The thing what's holding you back so much is just not being brave enough, because it's the manner of that victory. And it's like, I can see what you've been trying to do for so long, but it's kind of like, you know what I feel like he is? I feel like he's one of these people, he does something, he gets it right. It's like, I got it right. And then when it goes wrong, he goes, oh my God, I should have never done that. And then he just backs off from it. And I feel like every time we get somewhere good, it's because he's been brave. And then we'll even get like a run, like that 18-game run out. And that was out of him being brave. Do you get what I mean? Blooding one like Greenwood, throwing Bruno in from the beginning. That's brave. Do you get what I'm saying? And then as soon as it stopped working, it reverts. Your Dan James has come back in. You might come back out. You might is playing how many games? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, I think now, I'm starting to think, does this man just need to be a bit more ballsy? Just go for it, innit? Like, you know how I'm seeing it is?
Go on.
If he didn't support Man United, would his approach to managing us be different? And I honestly think it would. I think his approach is out of he's scared sometimes. And obviously, of course, like I'm gonna sit here and act like that will be a scary job. That job is frightful. But I think sometimes he's just scared of doing what
back yourself.
What works. Yeah.
Back yourself. I say this all the time. The reason why I always predict Manchester United to win games is because of the attacking players we have. Whether I rate the manager or not, whether the system's right or not, whether the tactics are right. Like when you have the attacking quality Manchester United have, you always have a chance. You don't win 5-0 by accident. You don't beat PSG and create all the chances like that by accident. You don't beat City last season in the manner in which we did. We don't there's other games I can look at and be like, we have the attacking players to destroy teams. Hello comments and that. I'm going to try and get through as many of them as possible right now before we obviously talk about Rashford and finish the show. My young G ad says, everyone who doubted Fred or said he didn't do enough last season and yet still say he's crap at posting up a vendetta. That's facts. It's because people don't want to be wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I want to be wrong about Oli. Aztec says here, that's what he's trying to say, that Fred doesn't have to solely focus on defensive work so he can focus on controlling midfielder and ball recoveries. That's where he's best. I agree. That's why he needs someone with him. Emmanuel D says, flawless Saeed and Statman Baines. Yes, I will be on United Central at 6 o'clock. Straight after this video, I will be. So mods, put the United Central link in there and people go over there at 6 o'clock. Appreciate it. Ahmed did it. You're my guy and that. Manchester United lover says, yo, flawless. Abigail has been around on other channels. You know, she's for the streets. Yo, that's wrong, man. You can't be saying them things. You know what I'm saying? Can't be saying them things. Salvation of the Elect says, big up flawless and JV, fellow Manny brothers. Salute to you every time. Ahmed also says, JV, he didn't even put power in it. I was baffled how the keeper didn't save it. I replayed it 10 times. It was pure placement. Facts. Nine Life Sphinx says, what's popping, boys? Salute each and every time. Just keep on going. Like I say, if I miss your comment, I apologize, people, because usually I've got them jumping off. Got the comments jumping off. Flawless, I told you on Rance's channel last night, I said we would get a result. I mean, yeah, you called it. I presume so too. I just didn't expect 5-0. Did not expect 5-0.
No, not at all. You know what? When we went 1-0 up, yeah, I thought, you know what? We can get another goal and see it out type of thing. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that brings us on. So let's get into it.
Let's go. Yeah, go on, fam. I'm a shut up. You wax lyrical about Sir Marcus Rashford.
Right. This is what I'm saying right now. Because the show before, man, are talking about Upamecano. But after yesterday, yeah. Why? After yesterday, Upama can't chat to Rashford. You get what I'm saying? Can't chat to Rashford, bro. That's where it is from now. He can't chat to Rashford, fam. And don't get me wrong, he's still going to be a bad boy in this game. I'd love to have that guy in a United shirt, Upamecano. Yeah, but this is where, like I was saying earlier, you've got to now play Rashford. One sec, my headphone come out. You got to play Rashford where he's most effective now. And I don't think he's most, and I've said this for a while, I think Rashford's a support striker. I don't think he's most effective heading up the team as the main focal point. But I think him off a striker is good because what I've noticed with him, he shoots better on the run. Yeah? He shoots better on the run. I've noticed this now for a while. When Rashford's running, that's where he shoots. Do you get what I'm saying? He shoots better on the run. He's not, when he has to stop and like place it, it's not, do you get what I'm saying? It's not the best shot.
Sorry, I'm laughing at that comment, but go on, continue.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it is, my guy.
It was, you make a very valid point because I think, was it the third goal? Yeah, I think it was his fifth. Or was it his second goal? You see that there was so many, I can't remember. There was one where he finished it and he just rasped it. Yeah, it was his second goal, I do believe. Yeah. And he just rasped it and he went off his feet that he put so much power into it. Like he just rasped it. Like
I think he's better when he runs onto him. When he has like, you know, like see, if it's a one-on-one with the keeper, I'd rather see Martial there. Do you get what I mean? Martial's got more of that like cool collectiveness. Rashford's more like on the run, like with his PSG goal. Do you get what I mean? When he's like, you know what he has to do? He has to get the ball out of his feet. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying. I get
when you
exactly.
get the ball, and you know what I'm saying? When you get the ball out of your foot, you can have your shot different to when the ball's underneath your foot in it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
yeah. I probably get what you're saying.
Where I think he is key, because you need him in that explosive area. If you have him, you know why they tell you, when you play football, you get trained, and if you got a good coach, he'll always tell you as a striker, I want you within the width of the 18-yard box.
Facts.
That's it needs to be. I don't want to see him on the wing. You don't need to be there. He needs to be inside the width of the 18-yard box. Yeah. And from there, he can do what he wants. Do you get what I'm saying? He can do what he wants from there, because it's the explosiveness. What I'm realizing, it's like I've said it for a while though. I never rated him as a winger.
You know what? You have said this for the longest.
No, I don't like pushing people into positions because they've got skill. Like, don't get me wrong, he can do you a job there on the wing. Do you get what I'm saying? He can do you a mighty fine job on the wing, but he's going to be more effective in a team bearing down on goal. Whether he gets the 1-2, whether he's the one who sets up the striker, that's where he's most effective. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's one of them. Like, is those 3 goals yesterday is, if you really deep it, that's what he's been. He's been deserving that. He's deserved that. You get what I'm saying? Not just for his off the field work, but this season he's been actually very good. It's just that we've been quite bad. It's like, even if you look at that goal against, was it Brighton? That's a worldie. Was it Brighton? Yeah,
it was Brighton. When Bruno again played him in, that was quality.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was.
He's been on fire this season. Us not being so good as a team has overshadowed him. So for me, get him in the box. Even I don't care if I don't want him as the main number 9, or if he is, get someone who's going to run past him. Then you know what I'm saying?
I think he is definitely better with someone with him, and then when you have the creativity behind you of a Pogba, a Donny, a Bruno, pick any mix of that 3. They're going to find him. Look at Bruno's pass for him for the second goal. That is quality. That is quality. And for people who's like, oh, he doesn't have he don't have a footballing brain. When you give him time to think, he's no good. Look how much time he had to think. Obviously, we know Rashford's got to improve, but look how much time he had to think. Bear in mind, he thought he was offside, but he finished it. The third goal.
That goal as well.
Quality. Go on.
That offside one, sorry to cut you off. That offside one was mad, because I was like, I think I even said, "Oh man, just get back. You're offside, fam." Just
yeah.
And then
I hear you.
I seen the replay and I was like, "Yo, he's onside," But then I'm thinking, "Oh, VAR could still mess this one up, fam." You know what I'm saying? I think VAR could still mash this one up. And then you see when he got that, and I seen like the look on his face, and I thought, he's gonna score again. Do you get what I mean? And you could see, you know what I think it is sometimes. You see, there's players who want goals. He might have been wanting goals when he's out wide. Now I think he's got a hunger, He's got the taste for it. He's got the taste. You get what I'm saying? So I think now, with him being how he's playing, it could be one of them where he gets more goals because he's an explosive player. The best teams don't. All right, then Mbappe can play wide for PSG, innit? He doesn't. They try and keep him as central as they can. Why is that? Because he's explosive in front of the goal. Do you get what I'm saying?
It makes sense. And bear in mind, people, we're not comparing Rashford to Mbappe. That's not what we're saying before people get it mistaken. JV's just making a point of don't push him out wide, get him central, because you can see what he can do. If Rashford's playing out wide, he doesn't score them goals. He's not making that run for the second goal from that position because he's central. And when you got that pace that he has, it is what it is. And then let's talk about the way he nastied up Upamecano. Let's talk about that, the way he danced past him.
Yeah.
Jeez, and I rate Upamecano highly. Anyone who's watching me on any footballing videos knows exactly my thoughts on Upamecano. All that's done to me is, that's just not the price off. That's all that is. It's just not the price down, in it. They wanted 80 now. That's 40 now. That's 40 now. You know what I'm saying? That's 40 now. Drop that price.
What's that? A 1.2 a 10.2 million goal or something like that. 10.3 goal, yeah?
That's fun, because Upamecano, he got nastied up by Rashford twice. Rashford danced inside him twice, even though one of them wasn't a goal. And he gave away the ball for, I believe, the penalty. It was so many goals. But yeah, Rashford quality, hopefully. Ollie sticks playing him central. Let's hope so. Anyway,
or even if you are starting wide, make it in a formation where he can drift in and he can stay, for a bit. You know what I mean? He's more effective in the middle.
But we have, like you said, we have option with the 4 strikers. If you're going to play 2 up top, we now have options. Any of the combinations of Martial Greenwood, Martial Cavani, Martial Rashford, Cavani Rashford, Cavani Greenwood. You know what I'm saying? Like there's any mix of those 4, any 2 from those 4, or even if you want to play 1 and play 2 10s, and you can have a Pogba and a Bruno, or Pogba and a Donny, or Donny and a Bruno. This is what I'm saying. You have options if you want to play 3 at the back, or you want to go with this narrow 4-1-2-1-2. That's what it was to me. It was kind of like a 4-1, 2-1-2. Fred of the right, Pogba of the left, Donny was in the 10-2. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a 4-1-2-1-2.
Yeah, but it's also like a 4-3-3, yeah. But the central person in each of the in the midfield 3 drops back, and then the central person in the attacking 3 drops back. So then it makes the diamond. So it's like it's fluid. You get what I'm saying? That can be a 4-1. That can be a diamond. But then when we're attacking or defending, that can go into a 4-3-3 like that. That just 2 man to step up or 1 to step out. What I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. So before we do shoot off, give us the team, your team that you want to see versus Arsenal, and your score prediction, JV.
He's got to do what we said he should have done at with PSG game to Chelsea game. He's got to play that team. You cannot have a 5-0 and don't play them, man. Like unless the only one
obviously Martial is suspended, so he's got to come out.
All right then. Well then, that's fine then. And it's Rashford and Greenwood. That's Rashford's hat trick. That's Rashford and Greenwood. Do you get what I'm saying?
You play Donny ahead of Bruno.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If Matic is, I don't think McTominay and Fred works in that formation. I think it might make more sense against Arsenal for Bruno to come in on the right side of the diamond, Pogba on the left side of the diamond, and Donny at the top of it, and then Fred as the one who drops back. Do you get what I'm saying?
Options.
Man's heart rate's getting high, you know. My smartwatch is telling me chill out, fam.
Yeah, chill out, fam. You know what that is, fam. You getting excited at the prospect, yeah. You getting excited at the prospect of Donny, Pogba, Bruno all in the same side. You get what I'm saying? Maybe that's it. I probably would I go with a back 3? Because like you said, it's 5-0. It's hard to change it. But then Bruno came on and made such an impact. Obviously, Rashford will probably come in for Martial. It's options. Do I want to see that?
Do you know what it is as well? Obviously,
I'd probably go. Say that again.
They play 3 at the back as well, don't they? Arsenal now, so it's one of them. Yeah. Do you want a match?
Yeah, I'd probably go with the same team, obviously, and I probably would. I get your point on the Matic thing, but I'd probably play McTominay ahead of Matic, Martial for Rashford for Martial. Go on.
Saying that though, that weren't a game last night where Matic was getting run at constantly.
This is what I'm saying.
Matic might even be a bit fresh. Matic
could play.
70 minutes, and then someone. You know what I mean, he could do 60 minutes for us against Wenger, and then
McTominay come in like he did.
Someone come on, yeah. So it could be one of them because that weren't a game where our defensive midfielders were being harried around, and you know what I'm saying. They were there for protection. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's one of them because I don't see, really and truly, if you think about it, I don't see Arsenal's midfield is not going to run past our midfield.
Yeah, they're not gonna. That's one thing.
He's not going to be running into the box. Yeah,
they're not gonna go for us. I think they're gonna set up defensively. We've seen what Arteta is like. It could be similar to Chelsea. It could be that, especially after seeing that 5-0, Arteta might look at it and be like, all right, let me just shut up shop and try and nick something on the break with an Aubameyang or a Lacazette or an Nketiah or Willian or Pepe or whoever else. But yes, people, make sure, like I said, we're about to close the show. Head over to United Central. That's my Don Saeed's channel. I'm going to be on there. So it'll be Saeed, myself, Statman Baines, talking Manchester United again. So cross over there. Hey, mods, put the link to United Central again in the comments, put so people can find it. Also, like the video as well, people. Whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back afterwards, hit the like button, share it across all your socials, and hit the subscribe button also, and click the notification bell. ManDem United Podcast is here every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. And this podcast is also available on audio platforms also. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. So anywhere you listen to your audio platforms, hit the what's it called? Search Sarcasm City. See, I'm so excited. I can't even talk. You get what I'm saying? It's hella excited. Also, mine and JV's, all our socials will be underneath the video on YouTube. Anything you want to add before we go, JV?
Yeah. Have a good few days. We'll see you next Tuesday, Thursday. Also, lock in. We'll keep you posted. Keep posted on our socials because we got the Sarcasm City Sports thing. Hopefully, that should be going this Sunday. So keep and jump on there as well, people. Yeah.
Yeah. The Sarcasm City Sports Q&A goes live. The Sarcasm City Sports goes live every Sunday after the Sarcasm City podcast. So 8 p.m. it will go live after the Sarcasm City podcast. Also, ManDem City, which is the opposite show to this one, that goes live every Saturday with Yan City and Rose, Manchester City-based podcast. Yeah, me, it's there, like JV did. Yes, the opposite to us, ManDem City. So make sure you lock into that. Also, but yeah, man, yo, this has been a great show as well. We gassed 5-0. Sir Marcus Rashford doing bits. Group of death, they said. Group of death, they said.
Group of death, and everyone else is dying.
Everyone else is dying. Yes, facts. And on that note, we will end it. Salute to everybody in the comments. This has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.